Overwhelming, underwhelming, scheme, unprecedented. Those are just some of the buzzwords from the House Intelligence Committee's scathing impeachment report of President Trump.
But Republicans have a few words of their own about this process, like hoax, scam, and political. CBS 2's political reporter Randy Page is here with the report that is the talk of the nation's capital.
We're living in parallel universes, aren't we?
Yeah, really.
And we know this day was going to come, but even though it's here, it is truly historic. Just 1 hour ago, the House Intelligence Committee approved its report, which now goes to Judiciary Committee, which starts its own hearing tomorrow. This will form the foundation of a monumental decision, whether the 45th President of the United States should be removed from office. Overwhelming is the amount of evidence, House Democrats said today, of the president's misconduct with Ukraine and his obstruction of Congress. The new report from the Intelligence Committee states the president placed his own personal and political interests above the national interests of the United States, sought to undermine the integrity of the presidential election process, and endangered U.S. national security. The 300-page report details the committee's findings after an 8-week historic investigation.
This is the result of a president who believes that he is beyond indictment, beyond impeachment, beyond any form of accountability, and indeed above the law. And that is a very dangerous thing for this country.
Chairman Adam Schiff of Burbank launched the investigation in September, prompted by the whistleblower's complaint. That complaint centered around the July 25th call in which President Trump asked Ukrainian President Zelensky for a favor and investigations into a 2016 elections conspiracy theory and the Bidens. Our investigation determined that this telephone call was neither the start nor the end of President Trump's efforts to bend U.S. foreign policy for his personal gain, the report reads. Rather, it was a dramatic crescendo. The president, in London for the NATO summit, once again bashed Democrats and the impeachment probe, saying that the call was perfect and he did nothing wrong.
I think it's very unpatriotic of the Democrats to put on a performance where they do that. I do. I think it's a bad thing for our country.
Well, the White House joined in on the criticism, saying, and I'm quoting now, the report reads like the ramblings of a basement blogger straining to prove something when there is evidence of nothing. So now it goes to judiciary. Let me get that out. Say that 5 times quickly. But it doesn't mean intelligence is done. Adam Schiff made it really clear today that they will continue to follow up leads and they will file supplemental reports if necessary.
All right, Randy, thank you so much.
You got it.